How to store rabanada. Does it need to be refrigerated or can it be left at room temperature? Can you freeze rabanada to make it last longer? In this video we'll talk a bit about ways to store rabanada, to prevent it from spoiling too quickly. Tips for storing rabanada. Rabanada is also known as fatia de ovo, fatia parida, fatia dourada, depending on where you are. The famous French toast is very similar, but it's made with a slice of bread, egg and milk, grilled in butter. Meanwhile, our rabanada is a slice of bread, soaked in milk with sugar or condensed milk, dipped in egg and fried in oil, then covered with cinnamon and sugar. Brazilian rabanadas must be kept in the refrigerator after being fried, as they contain eggs and milk, perishable products that can spoil easily and cause food poisoning. Therefore, avoid leaving them at room temperature for more than 2 hours. If where you live is over 32 degrees Celsius, do not leave them out of refrigeration for more than 1 hour. To store in the refrigerator, place them in a container with a lid or on a plate covered with plastic wrap. In the refrigerator, rabanada will last about 2 to 3 days without spoiling. Wait to sprinkle the cinnamon sugar on top until you're ready to eat. If you have some of this mixture left over, it can be kept at room temperature in a container with a lid or covered with plastic wrap. To eat, take it out of the fridge and leave it for a few minutes in the oven, electric oven or air fryer. Sprinkle with cinnamon sugar. One way to keep rabanada out of the refrigerator for longer is to leave it in a low oven, to keep it warm until it's time to eat. In the case of French toast, it is recommended to store it in the refrigerator in a container with a lid or a plate covered with plastic wrap. In the refrigerator, French toast lasts 24 hours, and it is recommended to consume it by the next day. Can you freeze rabanada? It is possible to freeze both rabanada and French toast, but do not sprinkle the cinnamon and sugar on top. Place them on a baking sheet, making only one layer, and put them in the freezer to freeze. After they are frozen, you can transfer them to another container, making layers one on top of the other, or to freezer bags. Return them to the freezer. In the freezer, rabanada and French toast can last about 2 months. It is important to note that it will not be as tasty as it is when fresh. To thaw, preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius, remove the rabanadas/French toast from the freezer, and place them in the oven for 15 minutes. Place on a paper towel and sprinkle with cinnamon and sugar. How to know if it has spoiled? Always check the appearance and smell. Normally when they spoil, rabanada and French toast can get an unpleasant smell because they contain egg. Strange spots or even mold may also appear. If you notice anything wrong that wasn't there when you prepared it, do not risk eating it, discard it. It can be dangerous to your health.